Hello fellow Sudokans and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku puzzle. It's Sunday the 15th of October 2023. Oh, we're halfway through October already. Time flies, doesn't it? This will be the Observer Sudoku game. I have no idea of the level. Hopefully you do, because I've posted some sign in the thumbnail to give you an idea of what level it is. But for me, I have no idea at this stage. Well, I'll be getting on with the puzzle in a moment. Before I suggest that, according to the article that I saw today, thieves in Greece are mightily concerned about their health, consuming a Mediterranean diet and getting plenty of olive oil. Because apparently olive oil has become so scarce, it's become one of the top things to be stolen. Actually, it's not really about health being health related, it's actually more about the money. Apparently, costs have skyrocketed. The cost of olive oil has skyrocketed in Greece, where they've had an incredibly hot summer and not enough rain. So the climate change is already starting to affect olive farmers, olive oil producers, I should say, in Greece. And most experts just say that it's going to get worse. Of course, yeah. Anyway, those people who have stolen olive oil, be ashamed of yourselves, especially because one haul was taken from a co-op, a large haul of 300,000 euros taken from a co-op, and that's very bad because workers work hard for that money and share that money. So be ashamed of yourselves. I know it's nobody here, of course. I'm sure nobody here would steal olive oil. Anyway, let's get on with the game of Sudoku. Like I said, I have no idea about the level, so because the Observer never tells us, and so I should just very quickly explain the rules. We have 9 squares in each row across. We put numbers 1 to 9 there. Some are already filled in, 5, 9, and 8 already done. We have 9 squares in each column down. We do exactly the same thing. We fill in numbers 1 to 9. Some numbers have already been filled in. 3 digits filled in here. And then we have these small 3 by 3 grids. And guess what? Yes, you're right. We fill in the numbers 1 to 9 in those squares as well. How do we go about finding the numbers? We use logic. We do not guess. How do we use logic to find the digits? Well, we use the idea of a number only being allowed once in its row, column, or block to find some restrictions and say, hey, it can't go here, it must go there, something like that. For example, I'm going to start with this 7 blocking these 2 squares here, and this 7 blocking this square, and 7 blocking this square here. What do I mean by blocking? Well, I just said number can appear in its own row, column, or block only one time. So this block here already has a 7, so 7 is forbidden from all other squares in this block. 7 in this column here means that there can't be any other 7s in this column, and 7 in this column here means the same thing for this column. So what does it mean? Well, if we look across this row here, we see that this can't be 7, this can't be 7, this and this can't be 7. There is only one empty square in this row, so we know that the 7 must go there because it can't go anywhere else. Got it? Right, and that's all we need to do around the grid and come up with the answers. Sometimes easy, sometimes not. 1 blocks up here like this, 1 blocks up here like this, meaning can't reappear in these columns, and 1 blocks across this row. So in this block, which now has a 7, we also know that this is the only location where 1 can go. 1 blocks across here like this, 1 blocks across here, 1 up there, 1 is there. 5 blocks down here. Now I hope if this does turn out to be an easy level game, I hope that you are bearing with me. 5 has to be, okay, 5 blocks down here. So what do we know in this block down here? 5 can't be in these 2 squares. So 5 is either here or here, can't be anywhere else, right? Do we agree? Okay, good. So if 5 appears in this square, it's going to block up this column. And if 5 appears in this square, it's still going to block up this column. So we know up here, no 5 is available. 5 blocks up here like this. So we've got 3 possibilities, right? Well, 5 blocks this square here. So we've got 2 possibilities now. But if we see our 5 going across this way, we know 5 is now either in this square or this square. Can't be here or here. So if it appears here or if it appears here, it's going to block across this row. And so eventually we get back here and say this is where the 5 must be. Now we have 2 empty squares in this row. What we don't yet have are digits 4 and 8. Now we can see that there's a 4 very close, in fact adjacent to this square, so we can see that the 4 can't be placed here because it's in the same column. So we know that the 4 has to go there, and this will have to be the 8 because that's the last number to get in this row. And now we have a completed row. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you're playing on a computer, if you make any mistakes, it will highlight them, hopefully. But if you're playing with a pen and paper, you need to check and make sure that everything is okay, because obviously it won't check for you automatically. And if you are new to the game of Sudoku and think you won't make a mistake, I would beg to differ. Probably it's likely you will at some time make a mistake. Actually, we have 5 blocking up here and 5 across here, so we can get ourselves 5 in that square as well. We have 7 blocking this square and 7 blocking this square, so that's the 7. And we are left with digits 2 and 4 for this block here, but I can't say which is which just yet, I think. So we'll just come back to that later when we have a bit more information. Now, if you are playing on a computer, I've seen. Okay, so I don't know if this is going to mean anything, but certainly I've seen something that might be useful. We have. Oh no, we don't. Forget what I was going to say. We definitely have something useful. We have 4s blocking up like this, which is going to put 4 in that square there. Then the 4 blocking across here. It's going to give me the 4 there and the 2 there. It's amazing. While I'm talking, I'm changing my mind. That quite often happens. If you're new to this channel, you'll see me changing my mind as I speak. Because I'm playing the games live. Don't practice ahead of time or anything like that. I've gone quiet because my eyes are whizzing around the board trying to find something else for you. And I found it in the form of digit 4 because we've got 4 blocking across here and 4 blocking down here. Right? So what does it mean? It means that 4 is either in this square or this square. I can't tell which one, but it's got to be one of these two. So whichever one it's in, it will block up here. Then we've got the 4 across here and the 4 across here, which will give me a 4 in that square. We have 7 blocking all the way to the bottom here like this and 7 across here, so that's going to give us 7 there. And we've got 7 across here and down here, so that's got to be a 7. There's only one more 7 to get actually, Sevens like this. This is the final 7 on the board, because if you notice, every row, every column and every block now has a 7 placed. So there are no more digit 7s to find. Uh, 5 blocks down here, so we know that 5 has to be in one of these 3 squares this time. We don't know which one, but it doesn't matter which one of these 3 squares. It's definitely going to block up here, and then the 5 blocking across here will give us 5 there. Where are we? Where are we? Okay, let's... Let's go through the digits one by one. So if you're on a computer, this can be a helpful tool. If you click on a digit, you'll get it. It will highlight all the other similar digits. If you in some Sudoku games, solvers I should say. So in this case, we can see that 1s are still possible in those squares there. So I'm not sure how to go on with that. What do we know about 2s? 2s are very helpful because now we have 2 blocking across here and down here. That's going to give me a 2 in that square. And now we have 2 blocking this square, 2 blocking this square here. No, sorry, forget that. 2 blocking this square, 2 blocking this square, 2 blocking this square, and 2 blocking this square. So in this row, there's just 1 empty square unaffected by vertical 2s. So 2 will be there, 2 blocks up here, and then we have 2 across there, like so. Three blocks all the way to the top here and goes here, and now 3 blocks across here like this. There's our 3. 6 blocks up here, there's our 6, and the last number to place here is an 8. With just 1 number left for this row, it's a 9. Let's put in the 9, and for this row here we're still looking for a 6. So top section done and dusted. Now we've got another empty square here that can be filled because there's only 1 empty square, so that's got to be an 8. Three up here, 3 down here, that will give us 3 in that square. 3 across here, and 3 down here gives us a 3 over here. Alright, let's look around and see what's left to be done. 6, 9. Okay, missing digits in this row are 1, 2 and 6. That's what we need to complete this row, and we can see that 1 and 6 are both in this column. So this square here, we ask ourselves, can it be 1? No. Can it be 6? No. Well, there's only one more number left to get in this row. That means it must be a 2. Like I said, I don't play any of these games ahead of time, so I'm working them out in real time. We have 2 blocking across here like this, 2 up here, 2 down here. There's 2. That's the final digit 2. We now have all of the 2s that we need to find from the board. We have ourselves a 3 blocking down here and 3 across here, which means that will be our 3. A 1 blocking down here, which means that this will be a 1. There's only one number left for this row, which is 6. And what's next? 1 blocking down here, and across gives me the 1 there. Four blocks this square here, so there's a 4. This will be an 8 to finish. 3 blocks across here and 3 blocks down there, so we have now finished all of the 3s. No. One number to get here. That's 6, is it? I think it is. So our 6 blocking across here and across here, we'll put 6 into that square. 6 blocking up here gives us a 6 there. 6 across here means that's a 6. This would be 8. One more number here, which is a 9. 9 blocks across here, giving a 9 here. Or you could just look along the row and find out what's missing. 9 blocks down here. Here's the 9. 9 blocks that way. Here's the 9. 9 blocks here and down there. There's a 9. One more number to go here, which is 5. We put that in. 5 blocks across here. Here's our 5. 5 this way, 5 that way. Or, alternatively, just look along the row here and find the 5 is missing. The number missing here is 8. 8 blocks across here, giving us the 8 here. And this will be a 4. Right, not much more to go now. We have 1 blocking up here, so here's our 1. I'm going to give this an easy level. I think it was an easy level. It took me a bit of a... It got me thinking a little bit in the middle there, but only just... nothing difficult, actually, to get out of it. Just stopped me and made me look at the numbers a little bit. So, but I don't think it rises to the level of a medium. I'm going to give it an easy level for today. You can disagree with me if you like. I don't mind. Bye-bye.